And you find that on page 543 in your math workbook. Our objectives today are to use visual models to represent, add, and subtract times to solve problems involving start and end times. So let's look at step it out. Number 1, Annabelle's softball game lasted 2 hours, 30 minutes. The game ended at 1:30 p.m. At what time did the game start? So let's look at A. What information do we know? Well, we know that the game lasted 2 hours and 30 minutes. And we know that it ended at 1:30. p.m. B, what information do you need to know? We need to know what time the game starts. So we need to know the start time. C, use a number line to help you find what you need. Show time jumps on the number line. So if you'll notice, our number line here shows from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So first we need to know when our game ended. It ended at 1:30. So we're going to put a dot here in between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Now, we know that it lasted 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we're going to jump by hour. So if we go from 1:30, we're going to jump to 12:30. That would be the first hour. Then we're going to go from 12:30 to 11:30. That would be the second hour. And then we know it lasted 30 more minutes, so we're going to go from 11:30 to 11 o'clock. So our start time is 11 o'clock a.m. Okay, let's continue practicing the skills on page 544. Number 2, Nakai's basketball game starts at 6:50 p.m. and lasts 2 hours, 15 minutes. At what time does the game end? Let's think about first, how can we regroup minutes and seconds? Well, we know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute, and we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. B, use addition to find the end time. So we have our start time of 6 hours and 50 minutes. Then we have that the game lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's the time passed from when it started to when it ended. That's what we call elapsed time. Now, it said first add the minutes to the start time. So we're going to say 50 plus 15, and we get 65. Then we're going to add the hours. 6 plus 2 is 8. Now, look at this last step. Regroup the minutes as hours. So right now we have 65 minutes. Well, if we go back up to what we said earlier about how to regroup minutes and seconds, we know that 60 minutes is 1 hour. So if we have 65 minutes in our time, we can take 60 of those minutes and we can regroup them as an hour. So if we have 60 minutes, we can take that 6 away and we're going to regroup it as 1 hour. So 1 plus 8 is going to give us 9, and we have 5 minutes left over. So 9 hours, 5 minutes is our end time. So it says, at what time does Nakai's basketball game end? We would say it ends at 9:05 p.m. All right, let's look at number 3. At what time does number 3, the third chess match of the day ended at 3:48 with 16 seconds. So 3:48 p.m. What time did the third chess match start? Use subtraction to find the start time. So for just a second, pay close attention here. It says, think 27 seconds is greater than 16 seconds. So you're going to be regrouping here. So it says first subtract the seconds. So as you notice, And that's why they wanted you to think about this. 27 is greater than 16, so we've got to do something. We need to regroup. So we're going to come over to our minutes, and we're going to take 1 minute away from 48. So if we do that, that's going to leave us with 47 minutes. We're going to bring that minute over, and if you go back up to A, we said that 60 seconds equals 1 minute. So we're going to take the 1 minute, and we're going to regroup it as 60 seconds. So if we do that, 60 plus 16 would now give us 76 seconds. So now looking at our problem, we can say, I can take 27 from 76. So we have 6 take away 7. I'm going to regroup again, make that 16. 16 take away 7 is going to give me 9. 6 take away 2 is 4. Okay, now we're going to come over to our minutes. We're going to subtract the minutes next. 7 take away 7 is 0. 4 take away 1 is 3. So that's 30 minutes. And then we have nothing to subtract from the hour, so we're going to keep it. So how would we write this as a time? So what time did the third chess match start? We would say it started at 3:30, and then our seconds would be 49 NPM. Okay, so take a second, pause the video, and complete check understanding on page 545. There's only 1 and 2 that you need to do. Okay, so you should have had a chance to complete 1 and 2. So let's look at them together. Kate's hockey game lasts 2 hours, 30 minutes, and ends at 6:45 p.m. At what time does her game start? Use a number line. So we know the game ends at 6:45. So that's where we're going to start our number, or end our number line on the right side. Okay, then we're going to put, let's say, so this would be 6:30, 6:15. We could do 6 p.m. here. And then let's do 5:45, 5:30, 5:15, and then we'll say 5 p.m. here. And then we have 4:45, 4:30, and 4:15 p.m. Okay, so our game ended at 6:45 p.m. It lasted 2 hours, so we're going to jump again. We're going to jump 1 hour, so from 6:45 to 5:45, that's our 1 hour. And then from 5:45 to 4:45, that's the second hour. And then we need to do 30 minutes. So from 5:45, we're going to do, 4:45 to 4:15 will be 30 minutes. So the start time for the game would be 4:15 p.m. and this is called elapsed time. Number 2, Jordan starts working on an art project at 3:55 p.m. and spends 3 hours, 25 minutes working on it. At what time does he stop? So we're going to work this out. So we're going to first put the time that he started working. So that would be 3 hours and 55 minutes. We're going to add that he spends 3 hours and 25 minutes. So we're trying to figure out how long, or what time he stopped. So first we're going to add our minutes. We have 5 plus 5 is 10. So 1, 6, 7, 8. So that's 80 minutes and 6 hours. Now again, as you remember, when we were talking about how to regroup minutes and seconds, we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So we're going to take 60 minutes away from 80. And when you do that, that's going to leave you with 20 minutes. We're going to bring that 60 minutes over and make it 1 hour. So we're going to add 1 hour plus 6 hours, and that's going to give us 7 hours and 20 minutes. So our time that he stopped working on his project was 7:20 p.m. in the evening. All right, remember, if you guys have any questions, ask your teachers.